Amazing friends. Let's listen to Poetry 61 with the title, A Leader Who Leads by Hunger is Depraved in Thought and Morals. He will not sleep well. Followed by the story. Philanthropy is a reminder of past gruesome life experienced. Philanthropy speaks for patriotic leaders who bring harvest to their followers. I recall a eulogizing birthday message I encountered in the May 22nd, 2011 edition of a Nigerian This Day newspaper. The text of the message read, "On April 16th, as you were being helped to walk to the ballot box, I wondered, what manner of man is my father? He was weak, under the weather, and receiving treatment, but he had to defy his doctors to come to Nigeria 2 days before the presidential elections and proceeded straight to his village, Abonima. Voted 2 days later, then traveled back to the UK 2 days after, following persistent calls by his doctors to come complete his therapy. The image was in my head as I tried to sleep that night. My mind wandered long distances to days in the early 1970s when you, inch by more painful inch, carried me on your bicycle as you rode from our home in a compound we shared with 9 other tenants on Captain Amangala Street, Port Harcourt, to my primary school on Moscow Road, being before riding to work at the Nigeria Ports Authority, Industry Road, Port Harcourt. I remembered how, because we were so poor and could not afford my kindergarten education, you would ride back home from work very tired, but found the strength to continue your work as my kindergarten teacher. It was not obvious to me and to many close to you that you had no formal education and had to educate yourself from borrowed books at the State Library and through correspondence courses. A particular nursery rhyme you often made me recite always come to mind, and I'd like to recite it to you again. Today, on your 81st birthday. If all men were one man, what a great man that would be. If all axes were one axe, what a great axe that would be. If all trees were one tree, what a great tree that would be. If all rivers were one river, what a great river that would be. And let the great man take up the great axe and fell the great tree and let it fall upon the great river. What a great splash that would be. That rhyme has come to characterize the work of your life. You symbolize a deep, very compelling sense of love and duty. The duty of care you say we owe the other person. Today, like every other day, I will celebrate you and thank God for your life. Today, your wife, our dear mother, my siblings, and I, together with our wives and children, your relatives, your friends and our friends, and all the hitherto distant persons whom you have gathered unto yourself and who now call you dad will hug you one by one and give you the smile that your sweat has put on our faces. And the man is late High Chief O.B. Lulubris, to whom this poetry is dedicated. This reminiscence shows how most philanthropic leaders share their harvests with the followers. For that, the followers eulogize them. Philanthropic leaders do so because they have the downtrodden in the center of their hearts. In my personal research experience, I have found that leaders who attain harvest later in their lives become better leaders than those who were aristocratic from the beginning. The character and nature of harvest available to people affect the decisions they make. Philanthropic leaders' decisions follow the 4 arithmetic operators: subtraction, addition, division, and multiplication. For their selflessness, they subtract themselves when making decisions and add God as the focal point. On the basis of equity, they divide the common resources available to leadership, and the followers hence experience the multiplier effect. I strongly believe that a leadership devoted to the welfare of their followers will enjoy unfettered loyalty. The leadership will be so astonishingly prosperous and peaceful. Philanthropic leaders seek to lead beyond their fame. They lead with a compassionate H-E-A-R-T, heart of a parent, expressed in being humble, excellent, authentic, reliable, and trustworthy. Philanthropic leaders lead by harvest, so they smile and sleep well. If you permit me to add, even to their graves. So, as you can deduce from the story just told, if a leader leads by hunger, he is depraved in his thoughts and morals, he will never sleep well. Say it again, he will never sleep well. Thank you and God bless.